Hi, this is Liam from the Nailsy Clinic.
And I'm Freya from the Yate Clinic.
And we thought we'd get in touch with you to share some of our experiences of the first 2 weeks of self-isolation and some tips going forward that you can use.
So many of us are either working from home now, or there's a group of us who maybe aren't doing that. What we're going to do is lay out some tips to stay in a healthy routine, either or, starting with those of you who are still working. Now, I'm going to base it on a kind of rough 9 to 5 day. That does give you more structure than perhaps someone who isn't working at the moment, but it's still really important that you do things through the day on either side to make it that much better and healthier. So a really good example is setting a consistent time to wake up every day. For example, Liam likes to wake up at 5 in the morning. I'm a bit more of a 7 a.m. kind of person. But as long as it's consistent for you, that's the key. This is going to help your body maintain its natural rhythm and also avoid things like excessive fatigue when you do wake up, or waking up way earlier some days than others, which none of us like. When you do start your day, a really good healthy breakfast that's going to fill you up for the day is key. A lot of us, myself included, are guilty of opening the fridge when you're stuck at home all day. So now is more important than ever to plan your meals and keep them as healthy and balanced as possible. If you are working, many of us are working on laptops, which may be a setup that we're not used to. We've already released some videos to you guys about how to make that the best layout that you can. But key as well is to keep moving as much as possible. So every 30 minutes at least, even if it's just to fetch a glass of water, that's going to help your body loosen up and avoid that stiffness that a lot of us are familiar with. Lunchtime is the next part of most of our days, and again, keeping this consistent every day wherever possible is great. Really good. We've got some beautiful weather at the moment to go out and have a good walk, there's a lot of 10-minute yoga routines or some of the stretches that we've sent you so far. This is a really good time to do that and just keep the body healthy and moving. Keeping a nice clear end to your day is also really important at the moment, especially if we're working all day in our lounge and then using that space to relax in the evening. It can be really hard to switch off, and this can contribute to stress in an already unusual kind of situation. What I'd recommend is either try and work in a separate space if you can, or just do something that will knock you out of mind. So I always change into some more comfortable clothes, I always have a shower, and this just switches me from work mode to kind of relaxation mode. In your evenings, again, a good healthy dinner, and try and engage with people face to face rather than just sit in front of the TV all evening, as tempting as it is, because this is just more screen time and inevitably more time spent in a poor posture. So that'd be my tips for working from home.
Very good. There's a number of us who are unable to work, maybe if you're a chiropractor, but also lots of jobs, you can't physically do it from your lounge, and a lot of you may be retired or in between things at the moment. So it can be quite a frustrating process, certainly speaking from personal experience. I think you've got to, don't be hard on yourself, but you've got to try and get beyond that and try and look for the positives and use this time to do things that you wouldn't normally be able to do. But I still think it's really important to, like Freya was saying, if you're working, to still keep a good routine. If you struggle with formulating those ideas and you're not into that, or it might be a new routine, for example, then I would recommend getting either both or one of these two books. They really help to get yourself in a daily exercise plan and then a routine beyond that, whereby you're not just sitting in front of Netflix all day, even though the Tiger King can be very addictive. It's best to, for me, I find that it's best to get up early and start with exercising, whether that's just a walk or going out for a run, weights or yoga from a YouTube video, whatever it might be. I think that's a really nice way to start your day off, and you feel like you've accomplished something even quite early. And I think you're more likely to be productive going forward then for the rest of the time. After that, whatever it might be, so for us, we, as well as doing some work, we've actually started learning Portuguese, which has been quite fun. So try and do something that A, you've been wanting to get around to doing for ages, or B, it just might be a bit unusual for you and it's quite new and exciting, and it keeps it interesting that way. as the day progresses, we've got lovely weather at the moment, which is handy, especially if you've got a garden, then obviously use that. Try and get some vitamin D, because it's not going to do you any good just sitting inside the whole time, mentally or physically. Once you've got yourself into a routine, and whether you've planned that the night before or on the morning, you can check off your list or just use the list as a bit of motivation, because there might be some times where you think, I don't really feel like going out for my afternoon walk, or I don't really feel like doing that exercise or that learning thing now, or that painting. A lot of people I think have been doing as well, that I've spoke to. So you can go back to the planner that you've made to help keep your motivation up. And again, just moving into the evening, like Freya said, try and have that separation. Whatever you've been doing in the day, is that you might do something in a different room, or you might switch off technology. That's been something I've had to learn hard, is to actually switch off my phone or leave it in the bedroom, so it's not with you all the time. You're not still constantly checking emails, and you can actually use this time to detach from those things that aren't really that useful, and you certainly don't need at this time.
Yeah.
I hope you found this useful, and it's nice to check in anyway, and we look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.